Hello and welcome to another video. Today I am going to recommend books according to your favorite Arcane songs. I have already uploaded a few TikToks on my TikTok with this exact premise, but I thought I should do it in the form of a longer format video so I can include more songs in one video than just do like 20 parts in separate videos. So without any further ado, I am going to get right into it. So if you liked Paint the Town Blue, you should read The Hunger Games or The Cruel Prince. I do have a few books on my list that I do not really have reasons for recommending, just I'm thinking in terms of vibes. So for this song, I chose The Hunger Games because I feel like we all know what The Hunger Games is about. I mean, if you haven't read these books, which first off, can we take a moment to appreciate this beautiful, gorgeous edition? And second, if you haven't read these books, you've probably seen the movies, so we all know at this point what this book is about. If you've seen the movies, I highly recommend reading the books too. But all in all, I picked this one because, as we all know, there is a rebellion in this book, and it pretty much gives the vibe of Paint the Town Blue. And when it comes to this book, I mainly chose it because the vibe of the song Paint the Town Blue just screams the main character Jude. Next up, if you like To Ashes and Blood, you should read An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. In this book, we have a martial empire and two main characters, Laia and Elias. The story opens as Laia's grandparents are brutally murdered and her brother is taken away. So in order for her to get back to her brother, she must spy on the commandant of a military academy, and surprise, surprise, this is where Elias comes in because he just graduated from that academy. Next up, continuing the tradition of choosing books that have similar names in the titles, if you like Ma Meilleure Ennemie, you should read One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. In this book, we have two families of rival witches, and the dynamics between these two families, especially the relationships between some of the characters from like one family to some of the characters from the other family, are just giving those lyrics of I hate you, I love you, I hate you, I love you. And I also forgot to mention that this is kind of a retelling of Romeo and Juliet, if you couldn't tell. Another song I chose based on vibes again, because I'm that type of person. If you liked Sucker, then you should read, if you haven't already, Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I can't explain it, but someone has to read Six of Crows and then listen to Sucker, or better yet, just listen to Sucker while you read Six of Crows and just tell me I'm not right. Like, tell me these two form of medias don't give the same vibes. Also, I feel like the character Silco from Arcane is very, very similar to Kaz from Six of Crows. I don't know if I like Silco that much, so Silco fans, please don't kill me, don't come for me, but like Kaz, now that's something else. Then if you like the song Remember Me, you should read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V. Schwab. This is one of the most interesting books I have ever read, and it tells the story of Addie LaRue, who wants to be free from societal expectations, so she makes a deal with the devil. She does not really know that he's the devil, to live forever, but the catch, again, she does not know the catch, is that she will be forgotten by everyone she ever meets. And if you liked What Have They Done to Us, you should read Ruination by Anthony Reynolds, and don't mind the naked book here, I just used the dust jacket as a poster in my room. In case you're interested in finding out more about the universe of Arcane and finding out more about other regions, this book is great for that. I don't want to say a lot about this book because I don't want to spoil it, but you should know that this book takes place in the Shadow Isles, which at the beginning of the book, they're called like the Blessed Isles. It's for you to find out why the name change. And if you like the complexity of the characters in Arcane, you have a few more characters that are also complex in this book. Then if you like Come Play, first of all, taste. Second of all, you should read The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Mayer or The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I know this series seems rather long, but trust me, I feel like the final book is just Come Play in a book. In this series, with each book you read, you are getting introduced to new characters, so that in the last book, like the final one, book 4 I think, they all come together for an epic finale. And I feel like it's a great recommendation for people who are trying to get into sci-fi, because it's not really that hard to understand, and somehow it incorporates some steampunk elements with some sci-fi elements. In the other book, The Raven Boys, I chose again based on the characters. We have 4 guys and 1 girl who are all trying to find a dead Welsh king. What I remember about this series, which I read some time ago, but I still recommend it, obviously. I feel like they think, at least one of the characters thinks that the dead Welsh king, once found, will grant them a wish. And also, if it makes it more interesting, the girl, Blue, comes from a family of psychics, and she has been told her entire life that if she kisses her true love, he will die. And finally, our last book for today is, if you like Renegade, you should read Renegades by Marissa Mayer. In this book, we have people with magical abilities, special abilities, and they are split into 2 categories. They're either renegades, which are some kind of heroes for this universe, or they are anarchists. And we have our 2 main characters, Nova and Adrian, who are on opposite sides. And I know a lot of people say that this is an enemies to lovers book, but I would argue it's more fitting for the trope of rivals to lovers. So if that sounds interesting to you, give it a try. These are the books. I hope you enjoyed this video. If I haven't mentioned any of your favorite Arcane songs, don't hesitate to leave them in a comment down below, and I will include them in another video soon. Bye!